What does a UFC fight week look like? Like from start to finish, like from the beginning of the week to the end of the week. Like they put you up in hotels. Like I've always wanted to know what's the whole process from the beginning of the week to the end.
Yeah, so they basically take over a hotel, all the fighters as well as the UFC staff. You know, they got nutrition there, they got videography there, they got even physical therapists are there. So we kind of just take over everything. You get in about Tuesday, you can get in the morning, basically throughout the day. You go in and right away, usually they take you through the whole schedule of what they got for you. And usually at the end of that schedule, they have you sit down and start signing your autograph posters and whatnot. Uh, they usually have you double check your fight kits. If you decided to swap from your previous shorts to say spandex or something, to have you try those on, make sure they fit. You will probably end that with checking in for your weight and your hydration and your meals. Hopefully, I'm not going to lose you here. Did it freeze up on
Yeah,
you?
I lost you there.
You still there?
Yeah, I got you back
Are you
now. Sorry, what was you saying? Sorry.
okay? So they'll end with giving you your meals through the dietitians, checking
Yeah,
your
it's
weight.
froze again now. I've got you back again now.
Um, we're on this one stretch of road. Yeah, it's going to be a problem with the traffic. Um, so yeah, check your meal, you check your weight, get your water. You check your weight and fill where your hydration's at. They give you your meals for the night, and then for me, I usually head back to my hotel room and I usually settle in and wait for an evening practice. Go hit some minutes or do some rolling. Um, and then yeah, it's kind of that way. Fight week, you're just kind of hanging out in the hotel room. You do some interviews later on in the week with the staff, and if there's anybody else that wants to do interviews with you, they'll schedule you for that. But for the most part, it's just once you get there, you just settle in. It's a regular kind of week, but you're away from the gym. You're more, if you're out there in the Apex, you have the PI you can go to for all your training needs and stuff. But they'll set up some room upstairs, or really whatever in the hotel room. They'll put stuff so you can go and train.
Yeah, how do you find doing all the media obligations whilst you're still cutting weight? That must be tough, right? Having to do all that stuff.
I mean, it's uncomfortable. You're cutting weight, but just try to go into it with as much gratitude as possible. People complain, oh, it's the same questions. Well, and they kind of get the same repetitive answer, don't they? It it really doesn't bother me. Again, I'm grateful for this opportunity and happy to be there. So just take it one step at a time. Stay present.
Yeah. A question I've always wanted to ask, but I've never asked anybody. I don't know why. But all the Venom gear, is that
Yeah.
all completely free on the UFC for you and your team?
Well, technically, we get a Venum bonus, so yeah, it's free, and they kick us a little cash for winning their gear.